gods and the goddesses, to the kings and the queens. Check this out. Babylon is no place for us, man. Babylon completely destroys the structure, the order of family. We know family is frequency, right? Babylon perpetuates a system where a man cannot even be a man. A man cannot even feel like a man. Look out into your reality. You see all these dudes walking around Babylon? Niggas is boys. You see all these women walking around Babylon? They lost. They Babylonians, man. They walk around with this attitude like, niggas ain't shit, fuck out of here, my nigga. Like, I don't need no man. I got my own job. I got my own car. I got my own bank account. I got my own crib. Fuck I need a nigga for. Like, they treat the man, the masculine energy in Babylon, like an accessory. They treat you like a pair of earrings. So disposable. So replaceable. Funny thing is, Babylon is ran by men. Take a closer look into your reality. When the woman got drama with her man, she like, nigga, fuck out of here, I don't need you. You raise your voice at that woman, she calling 911. When them police show up to your door ready to knock your ass out, ready to abduct you, who shows up? Men to enforce their laws, their Babylonian laws. Who shows up with these badges and these guns to enforce law? Men, my nigga. And the women have a false sense of security, like, fuck out of here, my nigga, I don't need no man. Not realizing that they truly have a husband. They're truly working for a man. And they benefit off this man. But it's almost like a secretive relationship. Because this man provides them with a false sense of security that allows them to feel free. They could go to the clubs. They could go have girls' night out. Sip some wine with their girlfriends. You dig? They feel free. They got a long leash in Babylon. But they don't have the knowledge to understand that they're working for a man. Look at all of their benefits. When you go into these government facilities, these institutions, you got women working at the desks. You got women being the receptionists. You got women powering their system. And obviously, the one who signs these women's checks is not you. So fuck she need you for? All up on the couch. Talking about, I just came home from prison, I need help. What you gonna do for me, ma? She don't want to hear that. She is so blinded by the system that she doesn't even realize that she can use those benefits to free herself and you. You guys can free each other from this system, from this paradigm of servitude, of mental slavery that has our melanated people in poverty all across this earth plane, man. All across the earth plane, we are in poverty because we do not understand the order and structure of family. We don't understand that family is truly frequency, cohesiveness, interdependability, man. And fellas, you too, you know what's up. You think life is about being a player, swagging it out. Like, nah, my nigga. See these dimes? I got more dimes than that Sprint lady, bruh. Like, we boys in Babylon. We're not even allowed to be a man. Because we have this spirit of warriorship inside of us. But they keep it suppressed. Back in the day, right, when I logged in, Ronald Reagan was in office. He was what you would call the president. And what he did, he flooded the hood with drugs. He created this imaginary war on drugs, when it's truly a psychological warfare, biological warfare. Trust me, the lower self studies every aspect of you. They study astrology, astronomy, biology, quantum physics. They study all of the sciences that we should be studying. So they know exactly how your mind works. If you don't, your enemy is smart, man. And at the end of the day, you are your worst enemy. You are your best friend. Get the fuck up out of their system. Reflection, like, let's get it. They flooded the hood with drugs. And that warrior spirit that we had inside of us, we didn't know what to do. We was like, fuck school. Fuck the system. You dig? Education, like, you teaching me about Christopher Columbus, like what? Social studies. Why don't they have classes on psychological studies, sociology, astrology? Why don't they have classes on epigenetics? So what we gonna do? We poverty stricken, we've lost our mind, but the hood is flooded with drugs. So this is like an economy for us. And you know that warrior spirit wants to rebel the best way it knows how. So what we gonna do? We gonna pick up the drugs and fall right into their trap. They created the drugs, they put them in our communities. We don't even have a community. They put it inside of this maze that they created for us, knowing we was gonna pick it up. They experimented on us like rats. You know why they call a project? Because it's a project, an experiment, where in it is objects. You know this shit. So we pick up their drugs, we break their laws, and we end up in their prisons. You feel me? And this is where men learn how to be men. In prison, homie. In prison, homie. And they can exercise that warrior spirit on each other. A lot of women feel like, I'm not submitting to no man. Don't even know what submission is, man. Talking about you don't need a man. What you gonna do? All women gather up. You gonna create a nation of women who run the world, girls? Yeah, that's what you gonna do? Who's gonna enforce the laws that you create? Women? When there's a riot or something and you see the enforcement with riot gear, you see women in riot gear or you see men enforcing their laws at the front line, ready to build, ready to destroy. You see men. You feel me? So yeah, we ended up in their prison systems, breaking their laws. They created these laws, these 3-strike laws. Slowly but surely, they take all of these divine beings, all of these warrior spirits, and make them prisoners of their system. There's a lot of intelligent brothers locked up in prison. The last of the Mohegans, they all locked up in prison. All the real men is in prison because they knew innately they wanted to resist this system. They knew this shit wasn't right. That's what thug life was about. That's what hip hop was about. You feel me? That's what all that was about. Us just yelling at the top of our lungs, wanting to rebel against the system. We ain't know where to go, where to turn. We didn't know. We never seen a man to know how to be a man. But your lower self knew this. He knew the days would come when the downloads, when the DNA was available, when the DNA would activate due to the solar flares. So he had to suppress us as much as possible. And yeah, he used a lot of tactics. Drugs was one of them. The war on drugs locked all of us away. Look at the Northern Hemisphere. There's no other country in this world that has prison systems set up as an industry. Prison is big business. Modern day slavery. A man is free lest he be found guilty of breaking the law. Then he is back to being under servitude. Legally. They create these laws because they know we're going to break them because innately it's in our spirit. And what the women do, they play right into their hands. Because they don't even understand that they need order. They need structure. But not a false sense of order and structure. They need discipline. Have no idea what discipline is, man. This is why even your mom was the first government you had to face. If you come from where I come from, she was benefiting off the government. Little food stamps here, little low-income apartment here. So as soon as you stand up and try to poke your chest out, your mother trying to beat that warrior spirit out of you. Because she know where you going to end up, in a goddamn prison, in a goddamn cemetery. Because innately it's in you to just want to resist. This shit is wrong. We didn't know we can just turn back to nature. Repent from your ways and turn back to nature, reflection. Nature is the only way. Nature is the all. Nature is where you can stand up and be a man. Nature is where you can be a king. You ain't shit in Babylon. In nature, you are a god. In nature, you are a king. Nature is where you belong. You don't belong in these paradigms where you're a boy. You have to acquiesce to a system that you don't agree with, that you know is wrong. You got to shave your face. You got to put on your little collar shirt. And yes, a massa. You dig? You go to nature, you can harness your own electricity, your own water. Fruit is just abundantly available, dropping from the trees. The oxygen is plentiful. It's clean. Ain't no chemtrails in the sky. They ain't spraying us over here. Even if they try to spray us over here, the sun is so powerful, they're just wasting their time. You smell me? What you think they spraying you for? What you think they're harnessing all of your natural resources for? Because they study your biology. They know exactly what you're going to do before you even do it. Your enemy is cunning. He is relentless with his evilness. He is living backwards, reflection. And you are living backwards, living under his system. You think you a man, right? Yeah, you got your little degree, you got your little career. You doing your thing, you got your little car. Let me tell you something, man. You don't own that car. The bank own that motherfucking car. Try to not pay the bill on that car. See what's going to happen. They're going to snatch it right from you. Try to not pay them land taxes on that so-called house of yours. See what's going to happen. They're going to snatch it right from up under you. So at the end of the day, you got to look at that system, at that man, of course, because men run that system. Women power it, but men enforce it. So you got to look at that man and say, you know what, I don't need your system. I'm going to create my own culture, my own system. Look in the carbonation, man. We've created a culture. We are perpetuating a culture that is about natural living. We are a natural group. We are showing you that there's another way. Get out of that paradigm. Get away from these women that are truly lost. Women, get away from these boys that are truly lost. These men ain't men, they're boys. They benefiting from the system just like you. And y'all both under servitude, thinking y'all doing something. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all perpetuating the system that is destroying us. That will continue to destroy us until it finally swallows itself up. That's your purpose? To perpetuate somebody else's mind? You better than that. At the end of the day, I never fit into Babylon. I always had that spirit in me. I wanted to seek truth. I saw all them boxes I was existing in. I saw how fake that world was. How everything is controlled. Everything is micromanaged. Oh, you think you're free, right? Yeah, There's only 24 hours in the day, player. You gotta work 8 hours. You gotta sleep 8 hours. They playing with you, reflection. You gotta commute 2 hours. They playing with you, reflection. What do you have left? Nothing. What you try to do, numb yourself. So you can repeat this cycle over again. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to know that you are God. They don't want you to look at your woman and say, wow, you are a queen. I will honor you. I will respect you. I will take care of you. I will do anything I have to do. I will sacrifice to make sure you good. They don't want the woman looking at the man like, you are my king. You are my God. I will submit to you. I will obey you. I will follow order and structure. I will nurse and nurture your agenda. But at the end of the day, your agenda should be following natural law, following the laws of Ma'at, being set in morals, values, and principles that you don't shake and you don't break for anybody, no matter what benefits may come from a system. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't want to fucking live a lie. When you live backwards, it's evil. Reflection. The only sin is to lie. If you feel it in your heart, you live in the lie, that is a sin. And at the end of the day, you have been convicted. You know the truth. I suggest you start living that truth, reflection, because your punishment will be that much more greater than somebody who is living in ignorance. You ever heard the saying, ignorance is bliss? Facts. That's a fact. That's a factomatic 1, 2, 3. At the end of this life cycle, you will be faced with your subconscious mind. Whatever deity you believe in, whatever you idolize and worship, you will be faced with this deity. And it will show you, it will play back everything you've ever done. You know right from wrong. Get with the program, broham. You know right from wrong. Do what you gotta do. If somebody has never knew the truth, their sins will not even be weighed against them. They will not be judged for something they didn't know. You know the truth. You will be judged. Do the right thing, reflection. Get up out of there. Have no fear, man. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Don't get me wrong, though. Fear can be healthy, yes. You can have a healthy sense of fear. Your ass is in the airplane, and there's a little turbulence, yeah, you should be afraid. Your ass shouldn't be that far in the air. Facts. You see a rattlesnake, poisonous, yeah, you should be scared. You might want to get up out of there. You shouldn't be around no poisonous rattlesnakes. You smell me? You can have a healthy fear, but don't fear leaving the system, man. Walk out into the unknown. I mean, think about it. If you cannot live free, then you're already dead. You're already a slave. You cannot be free, then you under servitude. Like, think about it. We have to come together and stick together. Women, do not allow this man, this imaginary husband of yours, to use you against your real man. The man who's going to protect you. The man who's going to stand for something. The man who won't fall for anything. Don't you see that system was designed to keep him down? Open your eyes, queens. And brothers, we need to wake up, man. We need to get up out of the system. So our women have order and structure to follow. They need to see it. We need to be it. We need to live it. We need to let them see it. I mean, a lot of people don't listen to what you say, man. They listen to what you do. So let's begin to do. Knowing is not enough. Reflections, we must do. We got to come together and stick together, man. Nobody said it would be easy. But we got to start somewhere. Baby steps. Baby steps. Do the right thing today. And when you wake up the next day, do the right thing that day. And continue to do the right thing, man. It's all right to have fear. Embrace the fear. Use it as a catalyst to perpetuate you into your greatness. You dig? Like, it's okay. It's going to be all right. Take a far look in hindsight back at your life. You was always good. You was always Gucci, no matter how far back you think. Weren't you always okay? So keep moving. Pick up your cross and walk, man. I know you feel it inside your heart. Like, yo, this shit is wrong. I got to get up out of here. Like, this woman don't know she's a goddess. I got to let her go, man. I got to find a goddess. And sisters, you got to be like, yo, he don't know he's a king. He don't know he's God in human form. He don't understand that he is the walking representation of God. I got to find me a God. Like, let's get it. Like, what are we doing? Why are we stuck in these traditions and these paradigms of stupidity when we know we are tropical beings that belong in between the tropics of Capricorn and Cancer? Because we acquiesce to a system. And yeah, women benefit so much from this system. That's why they don't respect us. We boys. We can't even provide for them what the lower self provides for them. And you expect them to respect you, and you expect them to follow you. No name, no blame. It's not about pointing the finger, man. Every time you point the finger, you miss the point. So take responsibility. You understand? Have integrity. Always do the right thing when no one is looking. I mean, have integrity and keep it pushing. K-I-M, keep it moving. You dig me? Don't be festering all up in your emotions. Like, fuck all that. Sometimes we have to govern our actions with objective facts and not in subjectivity by the way we feel about something. Like, damn, I'm going to feel bad leaving my family. Your family is truly your frequency. Those people who understand you, not those people who you portaled through and grew up with. They don't even care about what you're talking about. It's not interesting to them. You ever try to share something with somebody like, yo, check this out, and they're not as excited about it as you are? Clearly, because y'all on two different vibrational frequencies of thought. You need to remove yourself. You need to isolate yourself. ¿Qué es lo que te pasa? Dime. Este tigre está pasigiri. Like, what's good? Reflection, you have to do what's best for you. And guess what? The truth is not popular. They hate on us, Carbonation, they hate on the Honorable Master Teacher Nature Boy because he speaks truth. And when you hear the truth, it's like a haymaker to the chest, to the gut. Boop, boop, it's like a two-piece. No biscuit. It convicts you instantaneously. And it starts to break apart your reality. So the only way you can stay comfortable in your servitude is by focusing on the messenger and try to ridicule him for his imperfections. But guess what? The perfection is in the imperfection. We are all sick, but the remedy is in the sickness. So who you judging but yourself? He is just a reflection of you. You are the only thing in existence. Study the holographic universe. Everything you see, it's a vibrational frequency of what you are. It's just vibrating on a different frequency of the all. You are part of the all. So who are you judging, reflection? Take a look at your life. Zoom out of your reality and take an honest look at your life and ask yourself, am I okay with this? Do I agree with this? More than likely you don't. So what is it that is hindering you from taking the necessary steps to move? Ask yourself these questions and answer them honestly, objectively. Don't use subjectivity, man. Like, damn, bro, but so a lot of us are stuck in our manifestations because this person did this for me. So you feel indebted. This person feels entitled. Hell nah. The universe bonds you through frequency. Once you guys are not on the same frequency, deuces, my nigga, like, I gotta keep it pushing. You can let go of them. Have no guilt. Ooh, the devil's a polite motherfucker. He uses your guilt against you. They know your weaknesses. Your subconscious mind knows your weaknesses. Every time you see a weakness, you have the power in you to turn that into one of your strengths. Alchemize that energy. Become an alchemist. We have to study the sciences of astrology, biology, epigenetics, quantum physics. Your lower self knows all of these sciences to a T. This is why he controls you. This is why he designed your reality. The prison, industrial complex, is just a smaller version of Babylon. Babylon is another prison. It's just a wider prison. They allow you to think you a free-range human, eating cage-free eggs. Ha! Ha! Think about that. Put that in your mouth and digest that. You are a cage-free human. You are a free-range human eating cage-free eggs. Bars. You heard me? Like, think about this. You are on a farm. Your social security, takata. That's that little number you got on your ear. Your birth certificate, takata. That's the little tattoo they put on you since birth. Since you logged into this earth plane, they own you. When you gonna take responsibility for your own life, for your own reality? At the end of the day, it is of your creation. So let's come together. But let's not just come together. Let's stay together. Let's stick together. Let's endure. Let's have endurance. Let's persevere. You heard me? You know the truth. The truth is in you. You feel it. You know you chosen. You know you chosen. But you have to have it inside of you to know that I'm going to do whatever I have to do. I have to sacrifice everything that is stopping me from entering the kingdom of God. If your eye hinders you from entering the kingdom, it is better you gouge it out. For it is better for you to live in hell with two. It is better to live in the kingdom with one eye than in hell with both. Chop that leg off if it's stopping you from entering the kingdom. You better go up in the kingdom maim, one leg, hop, skip, and jumping in that motherfucker. What, you gonna be in hell with two legs? Just burning in the hellfire. In Hades. Repeating this cycle of life, death, and reincarnation. ¿Qué te pasa? Ponte la pila. Take action. Who's gonna love you the way you can love you? Who's gonna give you what you need? Huh? You have to put this out into the universe and begin to walk in the unknown. Having the faith inside of you that it's gonna be all right. Because you said so. It's going to be all right because you deserve it. It's going to be all right because you desired nothing but to do the right thing. But once you begin to speak this out into the universe, whoo, brace yourself. Put your seatbelt on because it's going to be a bumpy ride, turbulence and all. You will be tested. You have to be tried and approved. Oh, you a divine being, huh? Here go these tests. Whoop, 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 whoop. What you going to do now? You're going to buckle under pressure? You're going to crumble? You're going to stumble? Or you're going to use it as a stepping stool and level up? Whoop, whoop. What you going to do, reflection? ¿Qué es lo que tú vas a hacer? New level, new devil. It ain't going to get easier. It's only going to get harder. Supreme beings do supreme things. The more divine you are, the greater your tests are. The more you have to hurdle over them. So why don't you step back and get a head start, homie? When the going gets tough, tough people get tougher. You heard me? Tough times don't last, tough people do. So let's get it. Let's come together, man. Listen, you cannot be a man in that system. You are just a boy. You have to depend on this man to get your resources. Don't you see how they captivate your resources? You can't even think past your job, your supermarket, your home, your toilet. See, in the tropics, fruit is so abundant, you cannot go hungry here. When that system falls, we Gucci. We gonna be all right, we gonna be all right. Because everything we need, the 4 elements, are abundantly available here. We know how to harness our own resources if we have to. It's whatever, like. We are men. We stand up for what's truth. No matter what we have to sacrifice, whatever is truth, that's what we will be living by. That's what we will be implementing in our daily lives, no matter what it costs, bro. You have to pay the cost for your desires, but make sure your desires are aligned with the almighty oneness. At the end of the day, I'm going to end it right there, Reflections. I feel like I gave off some of this energy. I just want to say, you cannot be a man in that system. You are a boy. And women, you are lost. You need your man. Don't be like, fuck out of here, I don't need no man. Niggas ain't shit. That's bullshit. Your nigga ain't shit. Because what he does is, he gives you these resources, these benefits, so you can look at your real man and be like, this nigga a boy, he ain't shit. Look further, look deeper, dive deeper. It was designed this way. It was given to you this way. You don't feel you deserve better? Ask yourself this one question. Do you deserve better? I love my